And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Arcana of the Tarot, and let's continue this long adventure. We were in a very troll level, and I'm assuming the trolls will keep coming. In fact, I'm pretty sure just the first 2 seconds of this checkpoint are gonna kill me. Yes, indeed. And this monster hunter guy is still here. What I don't understand is, I saw the video of this guy, but it's not translated, so I don't know if he's complaining about Monster Hunter or what. Do I need to stay in the middle or what? No, definitely not. Wait, but what do I do then? I'm gonna get killed no matter what. I mean, if I land on the right platform, maybe on the middle, because I think that yeah, I think it has to be on the middle. Just that it might be hard to time, especially if I die like that already. Something like that, but better time. Ah, damn it. But this is basically what this area is about. A lot of shitpost and a lot of traps. But especially shitpost. Nice, got that. Hey Blue, how is it going? And Idol Master is still here as well. God damn it, dude. Hey Kyle, how is it going? So, what is that video about? Like, since it has no translation, I didn't understand. Is he complaining about Monster Hunter? Is he complaining about people that play Monster Hunter? Is he just crazy about Monster Hunter? What's the video about? Or is it just a joke? Just joking about Monster Hunter. Mina-san. Oh, you were supposed to champ when she was still on half. God damn it. Is he the Monster Hunter? Everyone that plays that game is kind of the idea. You do that. Fucking stoner ass game. But you need to jump there while going right, because otherwise you won't make it. But I cannot imagine the amount of traps that I still have yet to see just in this checkpoint. We're not talking about any other checkpoint, I'm talking about this one. How many other traps are there left? But you really have to jump immediately. Like, by the time you dodge that shit, you already have to be jumping there. Holy fuck. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. That's how this level is, dude. This level is just like this. God. You could say very creative on its own. Yeah, exactly that. And it's what I was saying. I wonder how many more in this checkpoint, just in this checkpoint. God damn it, dude. Oh. Man, I don't know if I should go down there. If I go down, there might not be a way to go up. Can't believe that the game gets a stoner enough to the point that you have this guy having a dialogue with an idol master character. Dude is lucky to have an... Hey, she's an idol master. She's not anime, okay? She's technically video game. I'll have you know. Put some respect in Idol Master's name. Nah, just kidding. Fuck Idol Master. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to fall. Or maybe I am, because otherwise you wouldn't have gotten killed like that. God damn it. I have a feeling that it's only a matter of time. Her kisses are too strong. Well, you don't know. Maybe it wasn't a kiss. Maybe it was just... You know those... I don't know how they are called in English, but there were some teddy bears. Like, there was a cartoon about teddy bears that they supposedly beat the bad guys with the power of love or some shit. They have a heart in their bellies that they shoot like a love laser. Maybe that's what's happening here. Well, she's doing it from her hands. Nice. Very nice. God damn it, dude. It's just... Yeah, the Care Bears, that's how it's called in English. That is actually... I think it is the name in English. But yeah, those. I had to expect that it was gonna come down, but... How do I deal with that, though? Do I have to jump all the way back to the checkpoint or what? But yeah. It's how this stage is. This stage is just pure shit post. She dies, but before... Yeah. Before that, she takes me down with her. Or maybe it only goes down on the left, because you cannot go any more to the left because of that spike, so maybe you just need to dodge on the right. But if you dodge on the right, I guess you need to trigger the guy on the left. Oh. That thing is same. It doesn't always go to the same place. It goes where you are. I don't know what's with this guy and wanting to completely dismember the Idol Master characters. I just don't understand the appeal, personally. Like so far, I think that every Idol Master character that appears has gotten dismembered in some way. You understand? I can't believe that Blue is in Toguro. I should have expected it, to be fair. Should have definitely expected it, but then that's something. As I say, he's gotta catch them all. Wait, so can I stay here? Okay, no, he even is static. He's not even aim. There another one? No. These are the kind of checkpoints that you will see here. This checkpoint took me 10 minutes. It's the type of shit you will see here. God damn it. And who is the Japanese Eminem? Or what? Okay, so I'm assuming it's a bait. And then get fucked, right? Okay, so it's not a bait. You need to do that. Nice. Yeah, I have no idea who this guy is. Don't know if I want to know either. Or possibly not. But yeah, see, this is one of the stages that being Japanese will probably make this whole section better. But I am not, so I don't understand any of these references. I cannot be surprised by them. I mean, you can get surprised by the absurdity even. You are close enough to what? To be in Japanese? How am I close to being Japanese, you stoner? I have nothing Japanese about me. What even is Japanese about me? Come on, bro. Oof. Nice. This is gonna be a journey. That's for sure. And it really takes the traps to the extreme because even though all of the other stages had traps, here the trap per pixel is like trap per block mostly. It's something else. Like, this reminds me of that Flash game, Unfair Mario. In Unfair Mario, basically almost every single cell was a trap. Like, basically half of the game was a trap. Like, the platforming was just remembering what was the trap and what wasn't. Essentially. A trap per second overload. Can you believe that? What? Uh-oh. Really? Very, very nice. At least I gotta say that the traps keep... I cannot guess any of these traps. Of course. But yeah, like, none of these traps are guessable by me. I just cannot. It's just almost impossible. But I guess that's the idea. You're not supposed to guess them. That one was obvious? No, it wasn't. Come on. You could think that the laser was gonna go out and then you needed to move. Can never stand freely? No, but you need to stand freely. It's just not there. I'm pretty sure you need to stand here. Yeah. And then go down, and then there is another idol master bitch. And then another idol master bitch as the icing on the cake. Was that one obvious? I didn't understand it fully since he shouts a lot, but he's saying things like like and subscribe, hit the bell. No. Not that type of like. Yeah, the little bell. Still don't know what hitting the bell does. Yeah, this guy has something about disembodying idols. I will be careful with this guy. This guy doesn't seem like, you know, he's a safe person to be around. So he says, I don't want to play like you. Do you even think of what will happen if you triple card? I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying. I thought it was a clarification, but now I'm more confused. Like, what is a triple card? Like, I will assume that Tigrets is a monster, but what's a triple card? I don't know what that is. Right, you can say all of that. I don't know what a triple card is. I understand all of the rest. You can keep making sentences and I probably will understand, but I don't know what a triple card is. How am I supposed to guess what that means? What, you go to a grocery store with 3 cards? Or what? In Monster Hunter, you are allowed 3 cards. Knockouts on your character or friendly hunters. Wait, why is that called card? Knockouts on your character or friendly hunters. Yeah, I cannot guess why it's called like that. Like, why you carry their bodies in a cart? Is that why it's called triple cart? I don't see the relation. So I need to jump left and then jump right. And then God help me, basically. Because of the animation, you faint and a bunch of felines come and rescue you in a cart. Interesting. At least it has an explanation that makes sense. You know? Because I've seen a lot of terms that make absolutely no sense in games. Let me try to think of one. What term could I think of a video game that doesn't make sense? Well, there is actually... I know. In Genshin they call a specific type of team national, but it makes no sense to be called national anymore. And yet they keep calling it national because Genshin players share a single mono cell in their brain. So, you know, I find it confusing. Thankfully I don't play such shit teams, so it doesn't affect me. But yeah. And then the moon kills me. I have played Monhan for so long that I didn't even think about karting being called something different in other games. I mean, you can call it fainting, dying, getting knocked out, you know. Praise China. No, but that's the thing. Most national teams are called national when they have Bennett in it. Bennett is not part of Liyue, so why the fuck is he considering national? I don't get it, it makes no sense. Oh, that was too early. Then he keeps saying, do you understand? Then ends with tomorrow's Monhan lecture will be at 8:50. Thank you very much. So the question is if he's doing it on purpose, like he's just joking, or he is saying it legitimately. I would assume he's joking, right? This is Japanese humor, right? I agree, and I say the same thing. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, as I say, Genshin players usually are not the smartest, so I never try to name my teams aside from like obvious things. Like my Hyper Bloom team, I call it Hyper Bloom because that's what it does. That's where the main source of damage comes from. Like my Klee team, I call it Klee because Klee is the main source of damage. Then what else? Well, the Navia team, I call it Navia team. I don't make up names. I just use what makes the most sense. You know? The strongest 4-star only national team is Sucrose Bennett. Half of the team isn't even from Liyue. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just that at the beginning, I think in the national team, you were supposed to put Xiangling, Xinqiu, and Chongyun. And I don't remember which one was the fourth one. Probably Bennett, but I don't know if Bennett was originally there. Yeah, but I don't know, was Bennett originally there? Because now nobody considers Chongyun to be national because he fucking got power creep to death. But the question is, at the beginning, was the fourth member still Bennett, or was it another Liyue character like, I don't know, Xingyan? Bennett was in the OG team. So basically it's not that it was a term that got completely outdated and it's kept for legacy reasons. It's basically like they were stupid back then and they are stupid now all the same. It's mostly what I expected. Very nice. It's what I can expect from Genshin players. Indeed. No, too early, damn it. So, can I even do that, Sham? 3 out of 4 Liyue characters, at least I understand. I mean, you can say that the majority is Liyue, but I still think that it doesn't make sense. Because I will assume if you call a team national, then all of your members are from the same nation. Otherwise, why don't you just call it, I don't know, rookie adventurers or whatever? Will make more sense. Because I mean, first of all, calling it national doesn't give you the idea that it's from Liyue. It just means that it's a team where all of the characters are from the same nation. So instead of making it inaccurate like that, why don't you just call it young adventurers? All of them are young, and you could be like, well, but there are a lot more younger characters. Yeah, and there are a lot more characters that could be called national too, right? Like, you could just call them young 4-stars, because all of them are, like Xinqiu, Xiangling, Chongyun, and Bennett. They are all young characters and 4-stars. Like, young 4-stars or something cheesy like, I don't know, the superstars, whatever, like something stupid. But that will make more sense than fucking National. National doesn't make sense. China, the only nation that matters, I agree. Plus 20 social credit. Indeed. You earn it. Good shit. So yeah. Very nice. Anyways, point is that, yeah, that sort of stuff really pisses me off because, like, for being clear in what you say, since almost everyone understands that term, nice. Since almost everyone understands that terms, you are forced to use it when you want to refer to that. But then I think to myself, but I don't agree with this term. I don't want to use it. So yeah, it pisses me off a little bit. But yeah, there are a lot of games with terms like that. That I feel like they make no sense, but everyone uses them. When you talk about something, you're kinda forced to use them. I'm sick of Shangling. I blink and I see Shangling. I can never be sick of Shangling. Come on, bro. How could you be sick of Shangling? I don't think that that's a possibility. After all, isn't Shangling like the character that shows the most skin in the whole game? Alright. Pretty cool, pretty nice checkpoint. Are we please done with this shit? Thank God. Well, okay, so we have Remilia. I'm assuming this is the Empress, right? Like the 15 card might be the Empress. And then we have the... and then we have Flandre. Upside down Empress. Wait, and now you have the Sun randomly. Why do you have the Sun? So you were the Empress. How are these people allowed so many... Wait, am I supposed to damage you? I can't believe it. I thought it was an avoidance. This is gonna be a problem. Especially since you're not even allowed to look at the health. Yeah, this has the potential to be a problem. Indeed. It's a high quality boss. Yeah, the problem is that it has 5 faces. Seems like the high quality is how much my ass is gonna get destroyed here. Do these things even... No, they do hurt you when they spawn. In. Why is it called the Sun? Probably because Flandre really likes fire. But how is it going in Wasabi? This seems like a problem. Like 5 faces, dude. It does smell like trouble. So maybe every face has a checkpoint. I wish, I hope. Also, how is it going, Echo Mask? Thanks for the raid. I'm hearing what looks to be a very complex boss. I mean, I don't know. It looks very long. Good luck, thanks. I'll try my best. At least it's nice to see that you're still playing fun games. Good to see that you're still hanging around the fun game community. But I am here getting slightly overpowered by this boss. Wait, those are autumn leaves. So is this gonna be a checkpoint, I wonder? We got the strength. Well, if it's not a checkpoint, we are in big trouble. I will tell you that. But yeah, something tells me it won't be a checkpoint. At least this attack seems easy enough. For now. The Fool! Finally on the 0 card. Wait, that's Byakuren. Hey, come on. You're using illegal attacks. And that looked pretty illegal. We're not done with fun games anytime soon. I'm glad. What I won't be glad is if I press R and this comes back to the beginning. Well, this is gonna take a while. I can tell you that. This is gonna take a very big time. Indeed. I don't know why I expected it to be any other way, to be fair. But man, come on, you had... The first fight had 2 phases and it had a checkpoint in between them. Why cannot this one have it? Damn it. Just imagine it's the time machine boss. Well, the time machine boss... The thing about the time machine boss is that it was kinda hard the whole way. This seems like the type of boss that it's only hard because it's long. But we will see. Well, then again, if there's something hard at the end, it will be even worse. But yeah, I guess it will be closer to the time machine boss. What's the game so far? Well, I like the bosses. Like the Kantai Collection bosses and the Glaceon boss were pretty good. The traps, I'm usually not a very big fan of traps. It's just that the thing is that there are so many high production value trap adventure games that unfortunately it seems that you will have to deal with trap fun games if you want to find good adventure games. So yeah. I personally wouldn't prefer the traps, but it is what it is. You know? Can't do much about it. So pretty interesting how half of the cards are in English and the other half are in Japanese. I don't know why Flandre cards are in Japanese and Remilia's in English. Why? They are sisters. They are both either European or Japanese, depending on how you want to look at it. Most likely Transylvanian, to be precise. Okay, so the first attack, she actually is merciful. So that's because you have to pay Wait, how does this attack work? So you have to pay attention to the specific 3 crystals that don't shoot the flowers. Wait, but then it changes. Okay, so it changes constantly. It's not the same 3 crystals. So here you see a new pattern and you need to follow it. Okay, so that's how this pattern works. Remilia is a West taboo. What you mean? Remilia is quite literally European. I mean, we don't know exactly from where, but most likely Transylvanian. Just like Dracula is supposed to be. What do you mean? I mean, if you want to say that she's Japanese, you will say because she immigrated to Gensokyo. So she's Japanese because she's now in a place that is in Japan. But originally she should be European. Went to live to Gensokyo, because Simon Belmont is not in Gensokyo. That's why. The Belmont family is a little bit of a pain for them bloodsuckers. Oh yeah, they needed to go to a place that they only had a lazy ass shrine maiden that is specialized in yokai. And vampires technically are not yokai, even though the game considers them yokai. You cannot be yokai if you're not a Japanese monster. It doesn't apply that way. Vampires are not yokais, mister. But yeah, according to Toho, they are. You can tell that in Toho 8, Remilia is playable alongside Sakuya. And Sakuya is a human. But you have a meter in the game that, depending on who you use, because they are teams of 2 characters. So basically, Sakuya is supposed to be the human half, and Remilia is supposed to be the yokai half. But yeah, theoretically, a vampire shouldn't be a yokai. But yeah, it's okay. It is what it is. But yeah, what I can tell you is that... Wait a second. Oh, I get it. So the spell card name is in Japanese and in English at the same time. Like, depending on who is reading it. This one is called The Strength Scarlet Devastate. Pretty interesting. Though I cannot really see the strength from a spell card like this. I will say that it's a little bit of a lame spell card. Because it doesn't really follow any pattern. It's basically just a bullet spam. Like a bullet spam with random boss movement. Like the bullet spam doesn't even follow the boss. It's just there. It's okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. So that was everyone's day. I hope it was nice. We are in Wednesday, so halfway there before the weekend. I will say we are doing well. Will be worse. Not quite there yet, but just a little bit more. Was stressful for you? Well, that's a shame. Hopefully it can get better. But yeah, I definitely understand that, especially because you know that these days I'm having trouble sleeping, right? I'm having trouble sleeping, so what I did is I got bought a silicone sound blocker. So basically it's supposed to be something like a piece of silicone that you can mold and you fit in your ear so that it blocks the external tract of the ear, so sound theoretically shouldn't pass through. That's relative, because the sound still passes through, but I guess it might make some smaller noises that will normally wake me up, like they wouldn't wake me up. But yeah, I'm still thinking if it's worth it to use them or not. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to put them in. They're also a little bit annoying. But what you mean rip hearing, dude? These are products that are, you know, official, like doctor products. By doctor, I mean that it's not that I bought a piece of silicone and I shove it up my ear like a moron. It's supposed to be a product that has been made to not damage the ear. What you mean rip hearing? Come on, bro. The idea is that you don't even put it all the way inside the ear. Just put it in like the exterior. Okay, so I need to pay attention here. Gotta go to the other side. Am I even gonna make it? I did make it, but then I keep forgetting that the crystals kept being fired. Problem is that you will barely deal any damage if you are running around to avoid getting hit by the roses. No phone, so can't recommend noise cancellation headphone. No, but see, the thing is that sleeping with headphones is a bad idea. Because the only way you could sleep with headphones is with your head upwards. Like if you sleep on the side of the pillow, I mean, you cannot do that. Because that's how you fuck up your ear. Well, not your ear particularly, but like your head and your neck. You use something like a headphone and you don't sleep specifically by looking up, it's gonna be annoying. And it might even hurt. I think that's my issue with that. Like, this solution is probably the best solution I can do. Problem is that doesn't mean that it's effective. It just means that out of all the solutions, it's the best one. So that means that if it doesn't work, then nothing works. But other than murdering my neighbors, that will work. But yeah, that will bring other problems. So yeah, don't think that it's the greatest idea, if you ask me. Oh, the other side. Wait, was it here? Yeah. I hope this doesn't have that much health, because otherwise it's gonna be pretty hard to deal any damage. Come on. That came out of nowhere. I know that these attacks, when they reach half health, they do something new, but I wasn't expecting that. God damn it, dude. Well, now we know at least. That's the issue, there are 5 attacks in total. Or maybe 6, because there might be a final attack. Well, this makes me even question if this is the final boss. Because it's using so many tarot cards, but I mean, there are 22 in total. So far, the amount of cards that got used were, before this fight, there were 4. Or maybe 5, actually. Like, so far we had... we had Justice. We had the Magician. We had the World. Wheel of Fortune. And if I'm not mistaken, another one that I don't remember now. And then right now we had the Empress, the Sun, Strength, the Fool, and there's probably gonna be 3 more. So that's just half of them. I will be disappointed if we don't go through all 22 of them. So that means that here we might reach the halfway point, if we are supposed to see them all. You know? But yeah, hard to tell what's gonna happen. Still need to see the High Priestess, the Chariot, Temperance, well, the Emperor. The Emperor and the Empress are 2 different cards. The Lovers, the Tower. What else didn't we see? Oh, another one that... Did we... Oh, Hermit is another one that we saw. Well, another one that we didn't see is the Hierophant. And then... Well, and then I think... Temperance. If I'm not mistaken, we didn't see it. But yeah. Those are the ones that we have still yet to see. I don't know. Anything can happen. But yeah, it seems that this card is gonna make use of seeds at least. Minimum seeds of them. So a big portion is gonna get removed from the card pool. So that's cool in itself. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. It might be too loud. But it's just like any I Wanna Be the Guy fan game. It's super loud, and then it's not loud, and then it's loud again, and then you know how it goes. I noticed it was a bit loud at first. I can lower it a little bit. Especially, like, I wouldn't lower it if it was a boss fight that lasted like 10 minutes. But this is gonna take a lot more than 10 minutes. So I might need to lower it. Alright. First of all, let me die. Oh, it's better to go the other way. I like the random dubstep in this song, I gotta say. Very, very cool. don't think those are even aimed. They seem to be random. It's not much better. Okay. The star. Wait, didn't we already have the star? Did you lie to me, Kyle? How is that possible? False. Wait, I can see the attack. So there are lasers that form a triangle. And then a lot of random kunais. The lasers can be a really big issue. Okay, I guess let me lower this thing a bit. Hopefully I didn't lower it too much. I mean, it shouldn't have been too much. Lower it for me as well. But yeah. Hopefully it's better there. But yeah. Well, if it's gonna repeat a card, then maybe it's not gonna have them all. Maybe I got baited into it. It's a possibility. Yeah, that's fine. It would be a shame if not all of the cards were here. It will be quite disappointing. Because especially the thing about this boss is that compared to the other two boss, this is way harder. Like, it's quite a difficulty spike. So because of that, it could be the final boss. It could be. But yeah, because I mean, if you compare it to the Kantai Collection bosses and Glaceon, this has nothing to do with either of them. So, I don't know, it could be the last one. And I wish every pattern had its own checkpoint. It would be so cool. But yeah, we cannot do that. I'm also surprised that the first attack is supposed to be a single attack, because it essentially has two different phases that... I mean, sure, the idea is that there is a clock, like Flandre's clock spell card in Toho 6, but the attacks themselves are completely different. It was one hit away, dude. So why is this attack associated with the fool? Is it because if you don't pay attention, you die? You're a fool for not paying attention? It could be. I believe. This thing's already spawning? Why? Guess I already dealt enough damage. Alright. So the star. This one I didn't even have a chance to test it. Like, I got killed by a random ass kunai that came out of nowhere. And I don't want to imagine how this spell card could get on the second half. And now it's the second half. Okay, it adds some bubble bullets, I guess. Well, if that's the only thing you add, that's okay. Uh-oh. That laser gets summoned a lot sooner than I expected. Like, basically, as soon as those guys slow down, the laser gets summoned. But the problem is that if they don't do something before they slow down, they just slow down. That actually seems like the reason why. Yeah, it will make sense. It will indeed make sense. But yeah. It seems like we are the fools regardless for accepting this duel. Why are we accepting a duel where the odds are so against us? The real question is if this is gonna have 5 or 6 attacks. Because if this works like an actual Touhou game, Touhou games, when you see the remaining spell cards and you only see like 1 star on or 1 bar remaining, that means that there is like another one after that bar disappears, because that bar is supposed to represent the spell card in itself. So something tells me that when all 5 of those dots disappear below the hell bar, there's gonna be a last one. At least if it follows Touhou rules, that's how it works. If it doesn't, well, that's better for me, obviously. We will see if we can actually reach that far. Will be nice. It seems like it will take a while just to reach that far. Okay, so far, there's not much we can do. Also, here you can get some very bad RNG. Because obviously the best RNG you could get here. Uh-oh, that was close. The best RNG you could get is if that shit stops horizontally to flange. Otherwise it will be a little bit of an issue. Alright. So the most dangerous thing about this spell card is very clearly the lasers. If the lasers line up badly, you're gonna get killed. Very quickly as well. It was close there. I don't know if the magic circles themselves can kill you. If they are like Touhou, they shouldn't. They are just for decoration. With some very few exceptions. I did not see that kunai that killed me. I was looking at Remilly, I didn't see that kunai. Like, it was a single kunai that was extremely easy to dodge. I didn't see it. Like, I wasn't paying attention to that part of the screen. But that's the problem, those kunais are extremely random. It's just hard to see them. And the RNG there can also fuck you up even a lot more than the Fool's card, because the Fool's card, at least you can kinda go horizontal before the attack starts, even if you are not well positioned. But with that Remilia spell card, she can be behind the lasers and there's nothing you can do about it. Her charisma caught me? You think so? It could be. I don't know. That spell card has the potential to be very hard or very easy, that's the thing. It could be both. It could be either of those. Because it's very RNG dependent, that's the thing. When a spell card is so RNG dependent, it could be the easiest in the world or the hardest one. that's gonna go down, most likely. Oh, actually... It's so hard to remember that. Like, if I'm not actively thinking about the crystals coming out, I just don't remember them coming out. It just seems impossible to see them. Like, I need to remind myself, like, verbally in my brain, that it's coming out. Otherwise, I cannot remember. Because it's something that comes out of nowhere, basically. It's like the lasers that also get summoned later. It's something that you cannot react to. You need to know it's there. You can react to it. So you need to be very good, and also depends on what part of the screen you're sitting. You're flying, yes. That's what we're doing here. Something that I also forgot to mention is that I'm not a very big fan of infinite jumping. I prefer free movement, but yeah, and I'm pretty sure that if this had free movement, I would have already beaten it, so it would have been too easy. Infinite jumping is what gives it the challenge. If you can just move wherever you feel like it, it trivializes a lot of attacks. So considering the length of the fight, I wouldn't say that it's a bad trade, you know, trivializing attacks. If I'm not mistaken, this spell card is based on her Fantastic Danmaku Festival spell card. That basically you have a lot of coffins, they rotate and you're supposed to see which one was the marked one to avoid getting fucked. It was a survival spell card. It sounds pretty, well, it looks very similar to that. It was most likely inspired by that one attack. Probably. A lot of kunais. The thing about the kunais is that they also have a completely different trajectory from each other. They are super random. Okay. The Aeon? Wait, that's not a card. Well, this is an avoidance. The card number 20 is supposed to be the Judgment. So maybe Aeon means the same thing, but it's supposed to be the Judgment. Whatever. I mean, maybe Aeon or whatever you pronounce that, it's like a very old English word that means the same as Judgment. It could be. Not very well versed in Old English though, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. What pattern did you even add at the end here? I don't know why you added. Oh, Arcana of the Tarot. So this is gonna be the... Is this gonna be the final boss after all? It's a little bit disappointing. We didn't even go through all the Arcana, the major Arcana cards. Unbelievable. Wait, that bullet appeared out of nowhere, didn't it? Did that bullet appear out of nowhere? Or am I flipping? Felt like it appeared out of nowhere. It's like a spirit of or power of some kind. Oh, I see. Well, the problem is that I don't know, dude. This fight is a little bit too hard. Well, not too hard, sorry. I meant too long. It's not hard. It's just a long fight. I understand that this is most likely the final boss, so like, come on, dude. I don't know what's the point of making fights this long. Personally, to me, I feel like it's a slog to sit through the same attacks that I already dominated multiple times, you know? Especially because these are attacks with a lot of RNG to them, so even an attack that is very easy that you can clear most of the times, you can get unlucky once and get fucked. Oh, I'm dead? No, I'm not dead. But yeah, for example, I got unlucky here. I basically got caught in a loop of these things. Didn't kill me, but it's still like the kind of thing that I'm like, come on, dude. I don't wanna play these attacks again. I already beat them. And convincingly as well, that's the thing. That's what's a little bit annoying. Not to mention that the second to last attack is a very long attack. Because it's a survival. Well, he calls it an avoidance, but yeah. The point is that... Come on, dude. A little bit annoying. As I said, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be hard to beat. It's just long. You know? This right now is like Champ King. Like, Champ King's individual champs are not hard. What's hard is that one champ can make you lose a lot of progress. Well, the same applies here. The individual patterns here are not hard. But it's hard to do it all in one go. If you die, you're back at the beginning. It is what it is. Still disappointed that apparently we are not even gonna make use of all of the major Arcanas, dude. That's a wasted opportunity. I mean, obviously that will mean doing a longer game, but still. Damn it, dude. But yeah, that's the annoying part, that I'm gonna be here for a while on shit that I already did. It's okay. It is what it is. Hey Colo, how is it going? This game was made to be run at an event, so a longer game will be even worse. Yeah, I guess if that's the case, what was wasted is using this game for an event. Like, this game would have been its own thing, you know? Would have been its own thing, especially since it's a collaboration. That I would have preferred it that way. I guess we cannot have it all. And it's especially sad considering the amount of production value it has. If this was a longer game, it could have the potential of being one of the best fun games out there. I mean, I'm not saying that just because a fun game is longer it's better, but like, the whole concept of the major Arcanas could have been done a lot better. Yes, I know it's pronounced Arcana, but it's the same shit. Would have been cool. Well, it is what it is. What I do know is that I'm not a fan of bosses like this. See, like bosses like this remind me of Gustav. Gustav are bosses that are extremely long, and most of the difficulty comes from doing that. The difference is that in that game, even if it's separated in different attacks, you could say that the transition between attacks is more smooth. In this game, the transition between attacks, I will say that doesn't look very I mean, it's not smooth because it's done like Touhou, but that's what makes it makes you think even more that at some point there should be a checkpoint. It's just doing all this attack one after the other seems a little bit excessive, you know. Now, the thing is that I was able to beat the survival spellcar on the first try. So the question is if I can first try it again. And that's what I don't know. I could be able to, I could not be able to, I don't know. Like, this wasn't a hard survival, but you know that a lot of times this type of things are beginner's luck, right? Like, you got lucky on the first try, and that's why you did it. And I think the thing that has the most potential here to kill you are the bubble bullets. The bubble bullets, I don't think they have the Touhou hitbox. That means that if you're off even a little bit, you're gonna die. If it does have the Touhou hitbox though, it shouldn't be that hard. But yeah, at the end of the spellcar, I think they become quite close. Like, the gap between bubbles is very, very close, right? But yeah, then there is another attack here, and this attack, I saw some bullets that were spawning out of nowhere, so I don't know how that works. The problem is that you're supposed to follow that one moving bullet, but if you're not seeing that moving bullet, you can get extremely fucked. Like it happened last time. We also have some lasers. Okay, so the issue is not following the spawn of those red bullets. The issue is that those bullets later aim at you. And there is a lot of things you have to pay attention to. So for example, I got killed by the gang near there, the spear. And that's not hard to dodge, but I was paying attention to everything else, wasn't paying attention to that. And even though I was more than halfway through, it still feels like it's something that will take forever to take down. And it's the very last attack, so every time you fail that, it's all the way back to the drawing board. That's very annoying. But yeah, but what can I say? I don't like this type of stuff. This type of boss fights that concentrate all the difficulty at the end, and you have to sit through all of the shit that came before just to get through that again. Not a very big fan of that. But yeah, it is what it is. At least it seems pretty clear this is the final boss, so... At the very least, we know that it's a matter of beating this. But yeah, that will take some time. I will assume that this boss is the reason why this game has 60-something points of difficulty. Yeah, it's understandable, but yeah, as I say, the boss itself is not hard. It's just that it has absolutely no checkpoint, so it's a very long boss. In fact, I should actually take how much time it takes to go from the first attack to the last attack. So I think that that's the one thing that basically will shed light on the difficulty of this game, of this boss, I mean. Like the difficulty as in how long it will take you. Sadly, I didn't see when I started this attempt. Not to mention that I don't know if this attempt is gonna go to the end or not. It might not, but we will see. If I had to guess, I would say 6 minutes. A single attempt from beginning to end will probably take. And the problem is that the boss has way too many iframes. I mean, I could see that. In my case, that doesn't bother me for the simple reason that I wouldn't be able to spam any faster anyway. So to me that it has a lot of iframes, it's not that big of a deal. If anything, it will be probably that it has a lot of health. Like each pattern has a lot of health. A lot of iframes, I wouldn't be able to utilize that, so I don't mind. Damn, that started sooner than I thought. Holy shit. I thought that it took longer to prepare the attack for some reason. Well, the good thing is that, okay, so 117. That's the current timestamp of the stream. 117.17. Well, that's the issue. I can't remember to count the time. If I don't get to the end, it's a little bit useless. You know? God damn it. No, it's okay. 117.17, I believe. This one is the one that will take me to the last attack. Not saying that I'm gonna beat it though, but I'm saying that I should get to the last attack. This one took longer than it should have, however. This one took a lot longer, but it's okay. It still should count. It's something that is totally feasible. That you get cornered by those clocks. Yeah, not a surprise. I guess I also got baited by the length of the game. I thought that this game will be a lot longer. I mean, again, assuming this is the final boss, but I have no reason to believe that the boss that has the name of the game as the final attack is not the final boss. Like, if this is not the final boss, that will be the biggest trap of the game. If this ends up not being the final boss, this will make every trap in the game look like nothing. You know? We will see though. Anything is possible. Hey Lilo-san, how is it going? I guess you could technically say that I'm playing Touhou. I guess. Yeah. There's actually a fun game that does that. It's called I Wanna Be the Bingo. There is an attack called I Wanna Be the Bingo that is not the final boss. But that is not from the final boss. That's an interesting subversion of expectations, for sure. Oh, that was close. Alright, so the current timestamp for the beginning of the boss was 1:19:45. Let's see if we can... Oh, we cannot. Alright, 1:20:20. Because I really want to see how long it takes to get to the final attack. Yeah. 2020. Like the beginning of this decade. The game has an avoidance with the song Bingo by... Wait, give me a second. If this was an RNG, I would probably take a peek. But being RNG, I need to pay attention to the screen. Not to mention that if it's like last time that an attack was starting and I just felt like a moron, that also doesn't help. Even though there was nothing going on the screen. But yeah. Give me a second until I die. Which might happen soon or no, you never know. Oh, this one is gonna stop here. Thankfully. I think this spell card might be one of the most fucked ups with RNG. Because it really makes it trivial if you get the right RNG. This one I wouldn't say... Like, this one can be very hard with bad RNG, but I wouldn't say that this one is easy at all, even if you get good RNG. You still need to dodge bullets that come at you, you know. Definitely not fully trivial. Uh-oh. Well, and until that attack, it was 2.5 minutes. So if we add the avoidance to that is probably half a minute. Maybe even more than that. We can probably say that this whole fight is 3.5 minutes. Which I guess all things considered, it's not that long. But like, yeah. 3 minutes, well, it's like a full-length avoidance. It's just that it's a boss. Also, how is it going, Poi Moi? Thanks for the raid. What are you doing? Wait, I didn't read what Wasabi said. The game has an avoidance to the song Bingo by Turtles, but it's not the last one. The true last avoidance has Mambo Mambo by Low Vega. Well, I guess that's something you will know if you know the songs. I personally wouldn't know them. The Touhous? We have the Scarlet Sisters doing some tarot shit. But yeah, a lot of cards. Unfortunately, some cards here were not featured, so... Like, where is the High Priestess? Where is the Tower? Right? So many cool cards, and you don't have them. You know? What about the Hierophant? Right? All those cards left to their luck. Now I need to make a fan game myself called I Wanna Like something like I wanna be the major Arcana or whatever, and actually have all of the major Arcanas do something in the game. But you know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a maker. But hey, if you want a free idea, there you have it. Make the whole major Arcanas proud. Just make a game like that, right? In a couple minutes. Just shit a game in a couple minutes. It's not hard, right? There's nothing hard about that. Right? Just do it, bro. Now, the insane thing is the amount of time that I'm assuming this game took to make, and the fact that it's used for an event that has a lot of other fun games that usually don't have this level of production value. That's why I say that I feel like it's a waste that this game was made for an event instead of being its own thing. Because if it was its own thing, maybe it wouldn't have time restraints or whatever. You could make like a 10-stage game. I mean, I'm not saying that it necessarily has to have 10 bosses. Because for the most part, bosses are a lot harder to make than stages. Especially good bosses. But like, at least have a 10-stage adventure game with this level of production value. I mean, as I say, you cannot be that picky when you have this amount of production value in the first place. I mean, you can. It's just that the only thing that it will do is discourage people from doing this. I mean, if you're gonna put all your effort here just for an asshole to say, well, I don't care, I want more. Maybe it's not the most encouraging thing to say. I mean, if it was bad, if the things that were at the game were bad, it will be a different story. Because you know that I don't care how much production value a game has. If it has design that I think it's bad, I'm not gonna like it. But I think that this game overall had very good design in almost everything. I disagree, as I say, with making this fight a whole thing without checkpoints. To me, this thing sucks. And I think that it will make more sense if it was a longer game. So if it was a longer game and you have this boss as the final boss, I think it makes sense. But when you have a game like this where the previous game was the previous boss was Glaceon, a final boss like this feels a little bit out of place, because it feels like this could be its own game. And I think that it's the same criticism that I have to, well, a game that was also made by one of these creators. I think it's called I Wanna Be the Cloudburst. That game basically is like a gimmicky game. Has a lot of platforming gimmicks and some traps, I think. And then at the end it has a boss. But the problem is that the boss is its own thing. It's like a different game. Very annoying, by the way, and very long, just like this one. Not as long as this one, mind you. But I found it annoying basically because it was like the whole game had nothing to do with the final boss. This one at least it does. You know, it's actually merged with the rest of the game well enough. I just feel like to scale to this level of difficulty there should have been more bosses before that. Or making this boss easier. I feel like, and by easier I don't mean changing the pattern, just making it have checkpoints. Since the first boss also had checkpoints, so it's not like you will be going against your design philosophy or whatever. You already used that resource, so you can use it again, right? The pipeline. I don't like the word pronounced like that. I feel like that word would be better if it was pronounced pipelin. That's a more funny pronunciation. We had a teacher in university that teaches about pipelines in the command prompt of Windows, well, Windows and Linux. And he jokingly said that it was pronounced pipelin. It was funny. I prefer that pronunciation. One programmer did the final boss and another the rest of the game. I wouldn't say that because this boss, in the way it's done, doesn't seem very different than the previous bosses. Well, the previous bosses that were only 2. Like Michelin. Instead of Michelin, it's Pipelin. I like it. The guy was I remember it was a very old guy. One of those guys that you will assume he will be retired, but no, he's not retired. He was still giving classes. Make it easier. But yeah, pretty cool when you see an old person working. But I mean, it depends, because it could also be a very fucked up situation where the guy is so poor that he still needs to work even after retire age, which is something common here, unfortunately. But assuming he's not in that situation, it's very cool, because he has no reason to work, and he just does it because it's his purpose. Being a teacher is his purpose, right? But it's hard to know if it's because it's that or because the guy is starving and needs to work. Because obviously we have pensions and whatever here. They are very miserable. Like here, if you are retired, the amount of money you earn is absolute garbage. I mean, I will know, both of my parents are retired. So, what they earn in comparison to what they should is an absolute misery. But hey, at least they have both me and my sister, so they are not gonna starve. If they die, it's gonna be of old age, but not of starvation, that's for sure. Passing on his knowledge to the next generation. My bad, Mr. Stallman. I meant GNU plus Linux. That's one of the best copy pastas out there. I like to interject for a moment. That and the Madara copy pasta are the best of the best. They really are. The Madara copy pasta and the Stallman copy pasta are next level. I mean, the reason why those copy pastas to me are so funny is because they are from something that actually happened. Like the Madara copy pasta sounds ridiculous because Madara is a ridiculous character that is completely overpowered. So as ridiculous as the copy pasta sounds, it is real. And then the GNU plus Linux one, I'm not sure if Stallman actually say that verbatim. Like, I'm not sure if he exactly say that, but it's the kind of shit that Stallman will say. That's the thing. Even if he didn't actually say that, he will say that. Yeah, that's why you need to have kids or die young. I prefer not to die young, but to die hard. I guess Mr. Bruce Willis is not dying very hard right now, with his whole dementia thing going on. That's a shame. But yeah, at least he lived a cool life. Or well, that's what we assume as complete outsiders. Watch a porn before you die? Huh. That's right. That's a way to die hard, indeed. Very smart idea. Or just go to a heist on Christmas and save the day. That's the only Die Hard that I watch. I didn't watch any of the other Die Hard. Just watch the first one. Typical Christmas movie that has nothing to do with Christmas other than it happens during Christmas. But yeah, very cool movie for what it is. That was back when I still watched television with my parents. That wouldn't happen anymore, but I prefer it that way, because fuck television. They say Maradona died hard. Yeah. Most likely. Yeah. It's I remember the day that happened. I remember the day that happened because we were still in quarantine in you know, I think it was 2020. So it was basically like the beginning of the quarantine, and they had like how do you say this? I forgot. What word do you use in English for a reunion to say goodbye to someone that died? How do you say that? Well, some people will call it... No. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Yeah. I guess you can call it funeral. It wasn't really a funeral, it's what happens before the funeral. Like, the funeral is when you bury the person. I'm talking about the part where everyone is around the coffin, with the coffin discovered, so like people say their last goodbyes. How is that called in English? Or is it also called funeral? Maybe it's also called funeral. Party? The party. It was a massive constant. That's what I was going for. It was basically, well, let's call it funeral. It was a funeral that was hosted in the very center of the capital city. And basically, it was an insane amount of people that went there, like without any masks, or well, some of them had, I guess, but mostly the people that were there weren't precisely very resourceful. So a lot of people didn't bother with masks. So it was basically an absolute shitfest. Pretty sure that a new COVID variant was created there, and I remember that I was watching it in the news. Like, I basically was working from home at that time, obviously. I remember I was watching it from home and I'm like, what the fuck? And I remember that not that far from that, I also remember watching in the news the Capitol storming in USA. When Trump lost and a lot of people went to the Capitol to storm it. it was like at a relative similar day to that. I mean, I don't think it was the other day or anything like that, but it was relatively close to that. I remember watching it in the news and I'm like, wow. It's impossible to get bored with this news. It was quite something. Oh, Bishil. I think most people will just call it funeral. I wouldn't call it like that, but the funeral seems more like it. Something that I didn't notice about this attack, by the way, is that the lasers actually block the kunais. So if you're behind a laser, the kunai cannot kill you. You mean Maradona fans doing something stupid? Yeah, I know. Who would have thought? Yeah. The Maradona fans paying homage, doing some lines, some good old lines. Yeah. Definitely the quarantine. Well, I mean, no. Even if there wasn't any quarantine in 2020, as Colo says, Maradona fans will be just as deranged. But it really felt like the sanity of a very big portion of the world that year went to the toilet. As evidenced by events like that. But yeah. And again, it's hard not to lose your sanity in this world. It's like being sane is actually being insane. But yeah. With some HTML lines. I mean, I was doing that. I was working at the moment, so it's not inaccurate. It would have happened either way, even if there wasn't any quarantine. That is correct. Yeah. Not losing your sanity is the real hard thing. The real challenge is keeping yourself sane. Every chatting every Twitch channel was talking about that. I think I also remember that. Like, both Maradona's death and the Capitol storming were like some very big events. And if I'm not mistaken, they both happened in 2020, right? Or did they happen in different years? Because my mind tells me that they both happened in 2020, most likely. Well, I mean, the Capitol storming had to be 2020, right? That was when the election happened. Oh, it was 2021? I can see. How can you be so patient? That's a very common question that I get asked. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to anything else, you know. That's the thing. I will be impatient if I was looking forward to something and I'm stuck here without progressing. But I'm not looking forward to absolutely anything today. In fact, I don't have a plan B if I beat this. So that's the reason why I'm patient. Because there's nothing to wait for. Also, how is it going, Riemann and Big Malone? You can say the fantastic Danmaku festival spell. This fight seems to be very inspired by that. It had to be that way. thing is that in 2021, that was the year when I moved here to the city that I currently live. But yeah, I do remember when the capital thing happened, I still was I was living in capital city. So yeah, I guess that's where the confusion comes from. Ito and Gabi became chill. I mean, you just need to understand, compadre, that there's nothing to be annoyed about. And just chill. I wonder how the English dub in Genshin actually pronounces that word. See, in the English translation of Genshin, you have Ito saying the word compadre, which means pal in Spanish, right? But native English speakers don't know how to pronounce those words. So he most likely say something like compadre or something like that. I think I won, by the way. As a different note, I might have gotten it. Did I? It appears so. But what card is that? I don't know. Not having constant mood swings? Well, I wouldn't say that I don't have mood swings. I do. Just that I tend to not... Oh, here comes the copyright shit. Alright. I cannot stop talking because I'm gonna get copyrighted here. Damn it. Okay, so yeah, let's keep the talking going. She thanks. Accidentally freak frag the sisters, of course. Do you forgive Lily after finishing this game now? No. No, because the same complaint that well, not literally the exact same complaint, but it's a thing that is very similar. Having a boss that is so long just doesn't sit well with me. Like, again, in this case it's more acceptable because the game is longer. But in a game like Cloudburst that is so short and all of a sudden you get a boss that is so long, it doesn't go well with the game. With this game, as I said, if it was longer, a boss fight like that would have been better. But it was at least cooler. Fuck Lily and the Witch Dev too. And the Witch Dev catching strays. I'm talking over the copyright strike. Like, I cannot stop, that's the thing. I need to keep going. The boss song seemed to be copyrighted on YouTube, but not the credit song. Oh, really? Well, hopefully it's only copyrighted as in it tells you that it's a song, but it doesn't forbid the video from being actually shown. Oh, here it actually tells you which boss was created by which. So Glaceon was created by Lily. Alright, Glaceon was the best boss in the game. So Lily is capable of doing good bosses. Just that he's also capable of basically putting like 3 minutes worth of bosses. It's just like that, on a single boss. But yeah, Glaceon was a very good boss. So the fact that Lily did it is pretty cool. I wish copyright music will always play so you will never stop talking. You want my throat to get fucked? Is that what you want? Why are you like that? Which is more copyright happy than YouTube? I see. So this is a Misutsune song from Rise. Rise and Shine. Who wants to fuck Gabby's throat? You probably do, and I don't want to know about it. So yeah, keep it to yourself. Alright. And then Mario and Lily. Okay. It was something. Thank you for playing. So it took 4 hours and 48 minutes, 10 seconds, and 1,339 deaths. There doesn't seem to be anything else in this final screen. So it seems that we indeed made it. Do deaths even count? Like resets count as deaths? No, they don't. Well, I don't think they do in any game. Yeah, I did finish Champ King. I finished it the one day you told me to go and rest, and I told you that I won't. Well, that same day I finished it. Indeed. Not trying to say anything, just saying. But yeah, this was a cool game. As I said, I would have preferred it that it was longer, but since it was made for an event, it's understandable. But yeah, as I said, I wish it hasn't been done for an event, so the game was actually longer. But at least I had a good time, whatever it lasted, and obviously the production value is through the roof, so that's also nice to see. So you say that there are some fun games that count restarts as deaths. I think Diverse is one of them based on the engine it used. It might be. But yeah, I guess that we can get out of here. I expected these two to become bosses, but these are supposed to be the creator self-inserts. I was expected to see some shit like in I Wanna Be the Best Guy, where the final boss is Gustav, which is pretty much like the creator self-insert. Well, not self-insert, but like it's an OC. I was expecting something like that for this game. I mean, I'm not saying that having Remilia and Flandre is whack, because I like Toho, but I was expecting these two to be the final bosses, so that's a little bit disappointing, but it's okay. I mean, especially since not only they appear in the intro, but they actually appear in the actual main screen. Lily actually did that multiple times before. I don't know if Mario did. I don't know. Remilia is the dev self-insert. It could be as well. But yeah, I would have liked to see these two OCs or whatever they are in the game. But yeah, that was I Wanna Arcana of the Tarot. So she's for this game.